qualifiers with 20-year-old Guyanese all-rounder Liliana Grimond and Kititian fast bowler Jazara Claxton, replacing Jamaicans wicket-keeper and batter Rashada Williams and all-rounder Chanel Henry. The full team is Hayley Matthews as captain, Shemaine Campbell as vice-captain, Aliyah Allen, Jazara Claxton, Afi Fletcher, Sherry-Ann Fraser, Shabika Gajnabi, Janelia Glasgow, Liliana Grimond, Zaida James, Kiana Joseph, Mandy Mangru, Ashmini Munisa, Karishma Ramarak, and Stephanie Taylor. Windies head coach Shane Dyche says going to England is a fantastic opportunity to play one of the best teams in the world for a long time and to really test their skills and to put in practice what the team has talked about off the pitch. The series gets underway May 21 with the first T20. Cricket West Indies President Dr. Kishore Shallow says the CWI is closely monitoring the situation in Trinidad following a raid by the police on the offices of the Trinidad and Tobago Cricket Association. Police seized a substantial quantity of documents from the Trinidad Cricket Board office as part of investigations into alleged fraud-related offences by former Trinidad Cricket Board employees. The Trinidad Cricket Board President, Azim Basaraf, is also the Vice President of Cricket West Indies. Dr. Shallow says so far investigations have not implicated the CWI President or Vice President of any wrongdoing. He says the developments, however, strengthen the need for internal audits amongst the territory members.
For the last couple of years, we have been emphasizing on the need for internal audit and so on. And I think by and large we have we have seen good traction, positive traction, where the territorial boards have embraced that. And so we will hope that, we don't have a repeat of that unfortunate situation that the TTCB experienced. I'll tell you though, I've spoken to the president of TTCB, Mr. Azim Bazarat, who is also the vice president of Cricket West Indies. I've spoken to him since this matter. And, he was very positive about the development. He actually thought that it was good that the police came in and that they're investigating the matter, because he want the matter to be concluded. What we are quite comforted by is that our vice president, the TTCB, that they are not implicated in this matter, and so the fact that they are welcoming the police to do their work, scrutinize the books, and so I think that is great for TTCB and cricket in the region, because we need to have that elevated level of confidence in all our systems. So not only cricket alone we should be scrutinized, but the administration, the finances, and so on. And to my knowledge, all of the territorial boards and the national boards as well, they make their financials public annually.
Cricket West Indies President Dr. Kishore Shallow. Meantime, Trinidad Cricket Association President Azim Batharaf has dismissed calls for resignations following the police visit to the board's headquarters. He described the law enforcement action as part of standard investigative procedures. Batharaf was adamant that the operation was not targeted at any current TTCB official. Still in sports, former West Indies under-19 captain and Windward Islands Volcanoes batsman Stephen Pascal is amongst 3 Dominicans to feature in the 2025 Cool and Smooth T20 tournament in St. Kitts. The competition gets underway on Thursday. Stephen Pascal, an elegant opening batsman, will feature for the government Rhoda Sharks, and Stephen Pascal is fresh of a dominating showing at the under-19 Windward Islands tournament, where he was the leading run scorer in that competition, leading Dominica to the championships. Pascal will join a team that will be captained by West Indian opener Michael Louis. The other Dominicans to feature at the Cool and Smooth T20s are brothers Jed and Jelani Joseph. Jed Joseph, the all-rounder, will play for the Brown Hill Dolphins, while his brother Jelani Joseph, the leg spinner, will play for the Sandy Point Snappers. Still in sports, Trinidad Legion's captain Joshua De Silva has praised the efforts of his squad in winning the inaugural CWI Emerging Players title. The Legions beat the Leeward Islands Thunder in last weekend's finals. De Silva says the title capped off an amazing run from the team.
To do it at home in front of the home crowd, exceptional. I can't thank the boys enough for the support, the coaching staff for the support, and it was a total team effort. There was a lot of times where we didn't play our best cricket, but we came out this game and we played very well. We batted really well. We started okay with the ball, but we fought back and it showed the depth that we have. We knew they beat us in the group stage, but we're a team that we come back, we fight back. We knew where we went wrong. We went back to the basics. We had a good practice game in Cooper on Wednesday. And yeah, we did those things and we came back and we did well.
What does this mean for you personally as a French player, if you want to call yourself that, in terms of the CPL? What does this mean to you?
I mean, I can only do my part. I can score runs, I can take catches, I can lead the team to a trophy, but I mean, it's not up to me to be selected in anything, so I just wait for that opportunity when it comes. It's all in God's hands, everything is, so just wait for that opportunity again.
Cricket West Indies Chief Executive Officer. Apologies. Trinidad Legion's captain Joshua De Silva. Meantime, Cricket West Indies Chief Executive Officer Chris Daring is rating the CWI Emerging Players Tournament a success.
We love it. It really fills a gap, fills a need. It's just one gap and one need. And, you know, it's part of our development process that we have to retool that production pipeline. And so this tournament gives so many people that don't get the exposure an opportunity to parade their skills in front of people, in front of crowds, in front of televised audiences, get the feel of what top-class cricket is like, and you know, it augurs well for the future.
Cricket West Indies Chief Executive Officer Chris Daring. Daring, meantime, says the women's game is a work in progress. The women's T20 Blaze competition ended in St. Vincent on the weekend, with Guyana winning the title.
It's no different. It's a similar production pipeline issue that we have. We have to make sure we have incredible athletes across the Caribbean, particularly amongst the women. In fact, you know, we probably have a better chance to make faster progress in women's cricket than in men's cricket, simply because of the high athletic quotient we have in the Caribbean. And so what we need to do is to make sure we have a production pipeline that allows these female athletes to come into the system, start to play the game, start to love the game, and you'll see an improvement in the product at the output.
Cricket West Indies Chief Executive Officer Chris Daring. Olympic gold medalist Lafo Gatson will set her eyes on the one major world event that has eluded her as she begins her quest to win the Diamond League series, which starts off this weekend. Lafo Gatson is among some of the top Caribbean athletes set to compete at the event. The Jatois Doha Diamond League gets underway on Friday. The women's triple jump is also set for Friday. Lafo is entering the competition as the number 2 ranked jumper in the world. She had her first competition of the year back in March, where she placed 4th in the World Indoor Championships in China. It was her first competition following a successful procedure on her knee after last summer's Olympic Games. Lafo managed a 4th place finish whilst battling a case of food poisoning. She currently holds the national record at 15.02 meters, a mark she set whilst winning the gold at the Olympics last year. Also, in some national focus on some sports here, veteran cricket commentator Ozzie Lewis feels that the West Indies should go with Joshua De Silva as the next West Indies Test captain. De Silva is among 6 players reportedly shortlisted for the vacant position of captain. Cricket West Indies is expected to make an announcement in the captaincy this week.
Think of the captaincy of West Indies cricket and the cricket of West Indies in general. I mean, right now you're scraping the barrel to get reasonable candidates to captain. West Indies, one of the greatest teams ever, certainly in the 1970s to 1990s, and people like John Campbell, and there's some spinner you mentioned from Barbados, Warwican. No, I don't see this guy at all as having any claims to be captain. I think of the lot to mention, 5 of them, I think Da Silva, to me, seems the most mature, the most level-headed, and I think he would be my choice for, among the 5 they have as running, I think Joshua De Silva, I think, would get the edge, in my opinion.
Veteran cricket commentator Ozzie Lewis. Joshua De Silva, Tevin Imlach, John Campbell, Jamel Warwican, Roston Chase and Justin Greaves have all been interviewed for the job. CWI President Dr. Kishore Shallow has expressed confidence in the ongoing selection process, highlighting its comprehensive and structured nature. The assessment panel